Part 4, Integrity and Independence, Building a Life of Principle. In the final part of our journey, through the wisdom of Ralph Waldo Emerson, we turn to one of his most enduring lessons, the call to live with integrity and independence. Emerson believed that a meaningful life is not built on conformity or compromise, but on the courage to live by principle. His words remind us that true freedom is found in self-reliance, moral strength, and the quiet power of a clear conscience. The courage of principle. Emerson wrote, "Nothing is at last sacred but the integrity of your own mind." He understood that integrity is the bedrock of character. To live with principle means to act in harmony with our deepest values, regardless of the pressures of society, expectation, or fear. The world often demands conformity. It rewards those who follow the crowd, who bend their convictions for comfort or approval. But Emerson urged us to stand firm in the face of such demands. He believed that when we live from principle, we anchor ourselves in truth, and this truth becomes our compass, guiding us even through uncertainty. Independence as true freedom. Independence, for Emerson, was more than financial or social autonomy. It was the freedom of thought, the courage to think for oneself, to form one's own judgments, and to resist the tyranny of imitation. He warned against the danger of living a second-hand life, shaped not by our own insights, but by the borrowed opinions of others. To Emerson, independence was not rebellion for its own sake, but the deep conviction that the highest authority lies within. He wrote, "Whoso would be a man must be a nonconformist." This nonconformity is not arrogance, but authenticity. It is the willingness to walk a path that may be unpopular, because it is true. The quiet power of integrity. Integrity is not loud. It does not seek recognition. Instead, it is lived quietly, consistently, and with strength. A person of integrity may not always be understood by the world, but they carry within themselves a peace that cannot be shaken. Emerson saw integrity as a form of spiritual strength, a connection to the divine order of the universe. To live with integrity is to trust that living by principle will ultimately align us with truth, and that truth will carry us forward. Practical lessons for modern living. Know your values. Take the time to reflect on what matters most to you. Write down your core principles and let them guide your choices. Practice independent thinking. Don't accept ideas just because they are popular. Ask, "Is this true for me?" Say no when necessary. Integrity requires the courage to decline what does not align with your values, even if it means disappointing others. Live authentically. Let your actions reflect your beliefs. Consistency between thought and action builds true strength of character. Conclusion. Ralph Waldo Emerson's call to integrity and independence is as relevant today as it was in his own time. In a world full of noise, distraction, and pressure to conform, his words invite us to return to ourselves, to listen to the quiet voice of conscience, and to build a life grounded in principle. When we live with integrity, we carry a strength that cannot be taken from us. When we choose independence of thought, we awaken to the freedom of being fully ourselves. And when we unite these two, integrity and independence, we discover a life of authenticity, courage, and peace. So let us take Emerson's wisdom to heart, to stand tall in our truth, to trust the compass of our inner voice, and to live lives that reflect the principles we hold sacred. What principle do you hold most sacred in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your insights might inspire someone else on their journey.